She asked about, after praying Jummah, some asked to exchange places to pray the Sunnah. Is this something that is in the Sunnah? First of all, I would like to express my joy and delight and happiness that, mashallah, our viewers nowadays are very keen to find out any practice that people do, especially whenever it is an act of worship. Is it from the Sunnah or not? We don't take things for granted anymore. We don't do it because our forefathers used to do it and grandma used to do it, so we taught us to do it. No. We have to ask, is this from the Sunnah? This is very, very important because this is deen. And deen has been transmitted to us through continuous testimony. The continuous testimony tells us whether the Prophet ﷺ used to do this or not, and how and when. There is a sound hadith collected by Imam Muslim, may Allah have mercy on him, and the narrator is Muawiyah ibn Abi Sufyan, may Allah be pleased with him. In this hadith he said, the Prophet ﷺ said, إِذَا صَلَّيْتَ الْجُمُعَةَ فَلَا تَصِلْهَا بِصَلَاةٍ حَتَّى تَكَلَّمَ أَوْ تَخْرُجْ فإن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم أمرنا بذلك ألا نوصل صلاة بصلاة حتى نتكلم أو نخرج. The hadith means Muawiyah, may Allah be pleased with him, said that whenever you pray the Jumu'ah prayer or the Jama'ah, فَلَا تَصِلْهَا بِصَلَاةٍ, you should not be praying immediately right after you finish the fard, any other prayer. What will be the other prayer? The nafl, the voluntary prayer, the sunnah. فَلَا تَصِلْهَا بِصَلَاةٍ, you should not be praying the sunnah immediately right after offering the fard until you separate between them, either by talking or by leaving the masjid. The best separation is to postpone the sunnah till you pray it at home. The Prophet ﷺ said in another hadith, don't you make your homes like the graveyard. In what sense? That we do not pray in the graveyard. So some people do not pray at home at all. The meaning of the hadith, the Prophet ﷺ encouraged us to save the nawafil, the sunnah, to be offered at home. So that would get some light spirit at home through praying the sunnah or the nawafil, not the fard, because we're supposed to offer the jama'ah in the masjid, the fard in jama'ah in the masjid for men, of course. فإن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم أمرنا بذلك ألا نوصل صلاة بصلاة حتى نتكلم أو نخرج. That is the command of the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم, that you should not be praying the nafl immediately right after the fard. You have to make a separation. One of the forms of separation is, according to Al-Imam Al-Nawawi, may Allah have mercy on him, in his explanation of this hadith في Sahih Imam Muslim, he said, then it is recommended accordingly to change the position of your prayer. If you happen to pray the fard here, and now you want to offer the sunnah, some people would like to offer the sunnah in the masjid because they don't know. If they go home, if they go back to work, they may forget it, they may skip it. So they want to offer the sunnah and complete the package. Fine. So he said, it is recommended to separate between the fard and the sunnah by one of many things. Talking, making khitam al-salah, the tasbih, the tahmid, the takbir, and the dua. Or changing your position, your place. If you're praying here, you pray in another place. So this is a declaration, this is a different prayer than the fard. Or talking to those who are next to you. He also said that it is recommended because every spot that you prostrate against, it will bear witness for you on the Day of Judgment that you have made sujood here. So it is recommended to increase the positions of sujood and the locations of sujood and prostrations, that they may witness for us on the Day of Judgment, this man was a man of prostration. يوم يكشف عن ساق ويدعون إلى السجود فلا يستطيعون خاشعة أبصارهم ترهقهم ذلة وقد كانوا يدعون إلى السجود وهم سالمون. Surah Al-Qalam. On the Day of Judgment, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will uncover his shin. Then he will order everybody to prostrate themselves for him. Everybody would like to do it because now they recognize that it is Allah the greatest. But those who used not to pray in the dunya or pray in order to show off, they will fail because their backbone will be one piece and they will not be able to bow down. Every time they come to bow down and prostrate themselves, they will fall on their faces with humiliation. May Allah protect us. So that is the origin of changing the places of the salah. After the fard you pray the sunnah, and so on. At home you can also do the same thing, especially for ladies who offer the fard. You should not be praying the sunnah immediately right after, unless if you separate between them with khitam al-salah or change the location, and so on.